Man, you know who it is, man. Respect My Grind TV, man. I'm out here with a legend, a beast, a praying man, a strong man, and a man that I respect. I don't even want to say who I am because I know who I am, but this OG Gigaveli, man. I finally got you on here. You know what I'm saying?
They do, Chaos. What's happening?
Man, I'm happy to be here with you, man. Like, you know, this what we do. The media outlets and the real ones. You know what I'm saying? I know you're trying to keep it clean, but, you know, you can go in whatever direction you want to go. For the people that have no clue who you are, tell them who you are.
Man, listen, man. I'm a black man for one, like he said, a man out here on a mission.
Right.
So I mean, trying to just try to curb some of this senseless violence that we seeing out here in the streets, man. If you don't know the story, man, I got 2 books out. One called Pressure, the other book called Federal Pressure, man. They're my life stories, you know what I mean, in and out the prison system, in and out the system my whole life. But this go around, man, I made a promise to the big God that if he let me out early, that I was gonna get out here and be part of the solution, man, instead of part of the problem. You know what I mean? That's in a nutshell what I'm doing, man. Just trying to show a different, you know what I mean, alternative from going to prison in the early grade into letting the young kids know, man, especially young YNs that's out here, right, you know, just without no guidance, man, that you could make it out here without being just an opposition, man. Right. You just need an opportunity.
Right. So let me ask you that. Right there where you talking about being an author, and you know this to be true, it's a lot of guys going there, they either get discouraged or they waste a lot of time, try to do something when they about to come home. It took a minute to put these projects together, or these pieces of masterpieces of work. So the first one, let's talk about the first one. The first book that you did, what we're talking about before you even did that. It was people wasting time. You didn't. You got your body right, your soul right, your spirit right, your mind right, and then you produce something to bring back home. What made you want to even write? Go ahead.
Let me say this, man. First and foremost, man, my books it tells my life story, right?
Right.
And like I said, in and out of boys' school, prison. I did 11 years in the state of Florida, 16 years in feds, right? And I'm not saying that in a bragging way or whatever, you know what I mean? Actually, it was God sitting me down, right, giving me the opportunity to work on me. So my books was a project that I began for me first and foremost.
Right.
But as I got to writing the book, man, you know, I seen that, you know, it could be of some use, because there's so many young kids that's going through, like the title of my book, pressure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it's peer pressure, pressure from the streets, pressure from now, this social media pressure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to get out here and be an example. So that's why I wrote my books, man. It was therapeutic for me,
right,
but it's also something that could help someone that trying to make some decisions out here, man, especially young cats.
Right. So now, you got the first one out the way, right?
Right.
You came back at it again. Federal Pressure.
Right.
Talk about that. 60 seconds. Go highlight that.
Federal Pressure, it's like you said, it's on a federal level, man.
Right.
You know, like I spoke to you and just told you I was in the state. When I went to the feds, it was a different ball game, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was facing life. Everybody around me was doing football numbers, man. I'm talking elbows, life sentences. Elbow is life without parole. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was a different level of pressure right there. You understand what I'm saying? So I wanted to give them that story. A lot of people is talking about prison story. You hear about the fights. You hear about this. You hear about that. I wanted to put the project together, speaking upon, you know, rehabilitating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Breaking that chain of institutionalization. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Breaking chains. So I told a lot more stories about me being a tutor and helping young guys get their GED.
Right.
Me choosing my religion, Islam. You know what I'm saying? How that worked. You know what I mean? And like you spoke about them guys that wasn't doing the work, I called them calendar turners. It was just guys that sitting there letting the time do them, right, and not doing the time.
Right. Right. So now you home. You jump back in motion real quick from where I'm standing at. I'm just in the bleachers watching you as a fan. What made you even go the podcast route too though now? Because you actually producing things, like you producing books, you producing podcasts, you producing content, you rubbing shoulders with some big guys now.
Right.
What made you go that route?
For one, we not gonna sugarcoat this, man. We know the culture is wrapped around the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The music, the rappers, the entertainers, they the ones with the bag. They're the ones with the biggest influence, right?
Right.
I noticed that being my age, up in age, I'm 50 years old now.
Right.
I've been around hip hop and the culture long enough to know when it was positive. Boogie Down Production, Head for Help Self-Destruction. We had we had Public Enemy with a message. You know what I'm saying? We had Hey Young World with Slick Rick. The message was very positive then, you know what I mean? So when I was doing my time, I noticed that social media became a platform where you had influencers and you had followers.
Right.
So I had to get in a position where I could influence the influencer.
Right.
To look like, hey man, you got a responsibility with that platform you got. You got a responsibility with that, you know what I mean, with that label of success that you in right now.
Right.
So I figured if I come with the podcast and I create a dialogue, a conversational base where I could just let them look at the damage that they're doing and not understanding that there's something bigger than them that's forcing them to put a certain type of agenda out there with this drill music, this art music.
Right.
You being an artist.
Right.
I'm a fan of your work. You know what I'm saying? I see you got work. Well, we dancing, we sticking. You know what I'm saying? It's celebrating. It ain't all about death and destruction with the demon time. And you know what I'm saying? So it's more fun. It's more a party thing. And you know, and I feel like we need to get back to that.
Right.
Let's get back to having babies. Let's get back to making love. Let's get back to R&B. Let's get back to dancing and and I figured instead of sitting on the sideline, why not insert myself? So that's why I came out with What They Do podcast.
Right. So now, before I get you up out of here, what's next? Because you kind of like unpredictable, but structured though. You know what I mean? And he really mean business. Like, as long as I've been around you, it's like every time, and I'm giving you your flowers too, man, because like every time you hit my phone, it ain't about no foolishness. I hate when people inbox me, don't text me. Like, I ain't got time. We don't know how long we gonna be here. So every time he hit my line, it's about something that we both could do or we both could benefit. I never felt like you had hidden agendas. So I'm saying thank you, man. You don't know how many people call my phone about either foolishness or stuff that's just like wasting our time, bro. Like, we don't know how much time we got on this calendar, bro. So I'm saying, man, thank you. But now, what's next? Like, what's the end goal for you?
Before I go on to what next, man, I'm gonna give you your roses too, man. Like, I know they know the artist chaos. I know the mentor.
Okay.
I know the father. You know what I'm saying? I know that's why I'm able to hit your line. And you also created situations for me to be able to reach. We can't just focus on the kids that's in the streets doing wrong. We got to also encourage the ones that are doing right. Yeah. So you got me into the schools. You got me around 5,000 role models. Yeah. So this is why I call you. I want to continue to be involved. I want to continue to work with you so we could know. We like Maya Angelou said, we could strike a blow with this palm, right? But we could strike a mighty blow, and we come together and unify. You know what I'm saying? So me being cultural, being having the time to read and research and study our ancestors like Marcus Garvey, Huey Newton, Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X and those brothers like that. Right. They asking, where the men of courage? We're the men that's gonna stand in the gap. We're the men that's gonna lead. We're the men that's gonna say, hey, this is unacceptable. Anybody can't get it. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're the men that's gonna look out and stand up for the kids so we can see a future, man. Because we know that future. So what's next for me? I'm gonna continue to put out content. I'm gonna continue to let God use me, man, and through my content. Right. I'm gonna continue to stay into my purpose. You know what I mean? Right. And I'm gonna continue to network with men like you, man. You know what I'm saying? I know the book. A lot of things. A lot of people don't read. Right. You know what I mean? They say if you want to hide something from the people, put it in the book. Right. You know what I'm saying? So what next for me is bringing it to the script, man. taking the book, taking it to the screen, man. Getting with people that could put the book into an actual series. Working on that, man. Working on connecting artists with artists and changing drill music into woke music. Right. Waking up the people, man.
Tell the people how to get in contact with you before we get up out of here.
Hey, man, you can follow me on all platforms. OG. That means not original gangster. OG mean offering up guidance. But OG Gigaveli, Gigaveli. OG Gigaveli, that's on Instagram, that's on my YouTube channel, man. And What They Do podcast, man. We the fastest growing out of Miami-Dade County, collecting the dots, man. The OG gonna be out here. I ain't going nowhere till the good Lord call me back, man. And when he call me back, just hope he say that I did a job well done, man. That's all.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother.
Always, man. For the culture, for the kids, man.